Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the gun, here's Bissett. Steps away to his left. And he's got Rodgers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Bissett. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
It's been a long day for you. 36.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down, it's Hines. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Brissett. Dancing to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here comes Grant on the return.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Alert! 3 down. Watch 88.
And he's got some space here. It's a big play there for Miami. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get Monday. He don't want it. Check. Mike's 40.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
At the Colts 22-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Mike, 50. Go. Here we go. Here we go. 57.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Watch the slack. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52.
Brissett. Ebron caught left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Brissett sets to throw it. Flushed out right. Rodgers brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's a gain of 20. And the Colts first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. Mack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now Brissett keeps himself upright. And he His pass incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
The Colts on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Brissett. He's going to launch this thing way down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there, and this remains a 7-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Throw left side complete. It's Gallagher. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Rosen, and he hits Drake. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. This is caught, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett, catch made here by Campbell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. And escapes the sand. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Throwing, Brissett. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 3rd down, Brissett. Throw complete there. Rodgers. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A run there on 1st down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 5 now. Rosen got his man complete over the middle. That's Gallagher. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Check 4, check 4. Quick that. Alert.
On 1st down, Drake. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Go. You draw quarter. Hey, Delta. Down.
Operating from the gun. Bentley. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Hines. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hug. Let's go.
Now Rosen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Go.
On first down, it's Rosen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Pick it up. It's our time, guys. Alert. Let's get off the field. Watch out.
Second and 10. It's Rosen again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
40's Mike. 80. All day. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no. Switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40. Mike 40. Watch the run. They're running.
Here's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
About 15 cents.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Ready up. Watch 57. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Recon, 132 fighter. 5.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Bring it. 50 go.
From the gun, Bentley. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Darryl Worley. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, get in the way with it.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Bang, bang. Hey, alert, alert. Hey, seam six. Right.
Here's Rosen to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They begin the drive with Hines. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Running, it's Drake. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
7 yards there and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
58, come on. I'm coming. 80. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Jim.
Greystone, travel.
On first down, it's Drake. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They stay on the ground with Drake. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, Bentley. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Go. Hey, Jet, ready?
Back to throw. Bentley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Bentley, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. Powering his way forward. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll run here with Balazs. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balazs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Sanders on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Watch the sled.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Look at me. Zipper. Bravo.
52. Watch 52. 52 is the mic.
Operating from the gun. Bentley. Campbell making the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Go. Hey, Alpha.
On 1st and 10. Bentley. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 23. Now a run with Mack, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 13. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain there of 21 yards.
Set. 60 yards.
Here we go. 2 times. You got 3 to go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Stay with your man.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And they will take a knee here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Drop deep. No. Off.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. This is fielded inside the 5. And, oh, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. Back to throw. Bentley forced out to his left. It's caught by Funchess. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, Bentley. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bentley. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here. After the interception, here's Rosen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will not add 2 more to the final score. Doesn't matter. This one's over. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the 2-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get the 2-point conversion to add on top, but just the idea of going for it with that type of a lead already when they didn't need to do so, that tells you what his mentality is. He's an attack, attack, attack coach. Always attack.
So for the Dolphins, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.